Hello everyone, just wanted to shoot a video here, an update on my Macrostomas juvies that I separated in this 10-gallon tank. I put about 5 of them here, which the ones that I selected as my future breeders. I'm just a little surprised that after about 48 hours of them being here, they look a little stressed. So if you could see, this guy is definitely a male, but he is stressed. These guys are definitely a male back there. This one is clearly a male. This is the one that looks the nicest. Look how nice and orangey he looks. But he's still stressed out. This one up here, I thought it was a male, but I think they're all males. It's just they're stressed, which is very common for macrostomas to get stressed out once they move. But this is just it was a little odd that they still like this, because in the tank 50% of the water came from the tank they were in. This tank was actually sitting here for about 2 weeks. I specifically prepared it for that. Sitting there for about 2 weeks, just waiting for these guys. The sponge filter that I'm using is the sponge filter that was in their tank. So, I mean, it's the same tap water that I use for all my fish. The tanks were pretty much next to another, so the temperature was pretty much the same. So I'm just surprised that they are still a little stressed. But nonetheless, aside from that, they're doing well. Look at those bellies. They just finished eating bloodworms or blackworms. So, at least they're eating. That's very, it gives me a good idea that they're doing well, aside from the stress that they're showing. Let's see this guy. I mean, they're clearly males. It's that, like I said, they're just stressed out. And usually males do that once they're stressed out. They show that horizontal line. People sometimes may get them confused, and they may think they're females. Or even older males do that when they're stressed out. So I don't know what to do. Maybe I should check the parameters in the water. But this, like I said, it's surprising because 50% of the water came from their tank, and this tank has been sitting there for quite some time. So I don't know. But nonetheless, I mean, when these guys were in the original tank, they were like beautiful. Look at this guy. Despite being stressed out, look at his cheeks. Look how nice and orangey he looks. And look at that big mouth he has. Now come on, turn sideways so that I can show you better. I think he'll be a great future breeder for me. Hopefully, a couple of months they'll start breeding. This guy looks good too. Like I said, I'm just waiting for them to settle down, and hopefully, by next week they'll be fine. But just wanted to give you an update, let you know what I'm doing here in my fish room, moving fish around and that kind of stuff, putting these guys aside to grow a little bigger, so where I could just focus and concentrate on just feeding them. One of the things that I'm concerned is that once you usually separate these guys into another container, whenever you put a smaller group, whenever it goes from a bigger group to a smaller group, especially in a new container, a new fish tank or whatever you call it, they start establishing dominance, start fighting with each other, and I noticed that it seems like the less fish you put, the more fighting goes on, and I guess there's less fish to go around and distribute the fighting. And I see that this guy has some damage in the back. Let me see if any of these guys have any other damage. I'm sure they were probably fighting. This guy, he looks fine. But definitely the bigger one, has damage. He doesn't have any fin damage or anything like that. I guess also me being so close to them, stressing them out a little bit more, because before I came into the room, they were nice. The coloration was pretty nice, but I guess they're camera shy. But they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Nothing to be too concerned about. It's still a little concerning. Anyways, just wanted to let you know what I'm doing here in my fish room. If you liked the video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. Oh, and by the way, one of these guys is definitely going to my main man, Ron from Function Build Aquatics. I know even before these guys were released, I've been talking to him about him getting some of my fish. So Ron, you're definitely getting at least one of these guys that are here, one of these beautiful guys, alongside with some females. Okay, so just wanted to include that there in the video. Just want to give him a shout out because he's been supporting me, and you know, we've been sharing a lot of fish stuff for the past I'll say 7 months or so. So Ron, there you go, baby. You'll get one of these big boys. And if I have more in the other tanks, more males, which I'm sure I do, probably get another one as well. Alright? See ya.